If you'd like to see how I'm going to transform this very plain white sweatshirt from Amazon into this lovely rhinestone embellished class of 2025 sweatshirt, keep watching this video. Okay, so this is a sweatshirt from Amazon. It's a size small, so it still has it still looks a little roomy and big. I used my silhouette cameo to go ahead and cut out class of 2025. That's what she wants on the back, and on the front it's going to say senior. So I'm going to go ahead and put my press pillow on the inside of this sweatshirt. Now, of course, you can use a heat press machine if you have one. I have one, but sometimes it's just a little bit quicker for me to use my iron. You want to use it on the highest setting, and you want to also cut off the steam. I use my silhouette cameo to go ahead and cut this out. I want to say the word senior is about 10 inches wide and about 4 inches in length. So I'm going to go ahead and get this ironed on. And you just want to make sure it's centered very nice and well. If you don't have one of those nice little shirt levelers or shirt rulers, what I like to do is kind of gauge it by eyeballing it, but also I like to look at where the tag is and kind of center the two center letters of the word, if that helps. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this ironed on. I'm using a Teflon sheet. If you don't have a Teflon sheet, that's fine as well. It just kind of helps you, I guess, not burn the shirt. And also, if your iron or heat press has something on it, it would get on the Teflon sheet first and not the actual garment. So this is going to be a gift for a young lady turning 18 years old. And her mom wanted it to be the colors of her daughter's high school colors. So she showed me what the high school colors are, and they were like gray and this really pretty royal blue. So I got the vinyl from Amazon, and the color matched up very well. So she wanted to incorporate both colors, and I've never done it this way before, but when I say this turned out so pretty. So she said, is there a way that we can incorporate the silver as well as the blue? So I said, okay, how about I can just trim the letters in silver and then fill them in with the blue? And she said, perfect. So that's exactly what I did. So when you're pulling off the backing sheet, just make sure you do it carefully. And if it's still pulling off the shirt, all you have to do is just iron back over it again and then pull it off. So that's what I'm doing, getting the backing sheet pulled off. So I'm going to use some glass rhinestones. They're SS16, and then these are resin rhinestones. The blue ones are 5mm. And these glass rhinestones are very sparkly and pretty. That's a French onion chip dip lid. Of course, I cleaned it out and everything, but if you don't have those other little shakers to put your rhinestones in, those little shaker trays, I had a bunch of them, but I kind of lost them over the years. I'll just use a lid, just a simple lid, clean it out, put your rhinestones in it, shake it to the left and to the right to get the rhinestones to flip over. Very convenient. So I'm going to be using E6000 glue and a wax pickup tool to easily pick up the rhinestones. The great thing about E6000, it works very, very well. You just let it cure for about 24 to 48 hours. The smell is awful. It's very, very toxic, but you can wash the garment and the rhinestones will still stay on. That's the thing about E6000. When it comes to gluing and blinging out shoes and clothing, E6000 will not let you down. So I just added on the E6000 glue. Now I know a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with this glue because it oozes out quite a bit. You don't want to squeeze the tube too hard. And some of you, deal with the syringes and all that. I don't like to do all that. I just squeeze out or just kind of let it flow out on its own. Give it a little touch of a squeeze because it'll just ooze out everywhere. I just go around the edge, not the whole letter, just a nice amount of it. You want to move kind of quickly if you can because you don't want it to dry out and get rubbery. But you put out what you need, and then you don't just let that bottle just sit to the side. No, you put that top belt on as soon as you can. Never just let it just sit with the top off because it'll just be a big mess oozing everywhere. You don't want that. So I just kind of put on what I need, work with it, close it back up, open back up as needed. So that's what you'll see me doing. And I just found it helpful to just go ahead and knock out the edges first, then go inside and fill it in. So that's how I did it. So you could just see how I added the rhinestones onto this sweatshirt. It's super, super, super cute. So I know a lot of people are graduating. There's a lot of seniors out there. Shout out to you, class of 2025. So consider something like this as a nice little gift. This will be so cute. And maybe you don't want yours to say senior. Maybe yours could be for a sophomore or a freshman or a junior. And they're still class of whatever class they are. Put that on the back, put it on the front. Or you could make yours say senior 2025. It doesn't have to have the words class of. If you're thinking, okay, I don't want to bling out the word class and then of, you just put that C/O. Bling that out, and then the class, and then the number 2025, 2026, whatever it is. If you don't want to do any of that and you just want the numbers 2025, just do that. This is just to give you an idea of what you can do to customize something for someone when it's their senior year, or to represent the class that they'll be graduating in. Now, I know you guys like to ask me how much I charge. Now, I don't take custom orders for just anyone. Usually it's someone I know of or someone that's local. So, I charged her. Okay, so she sent me the link to the sweatshirt because she wanted a certain sweatshirt. The sweatshirt, so I paid for the sweatshirt. It was $13. So, in total, including the sweatshirt, I only charged her $60. Which was a steal, because once I got to adding these rhinestones on and counting up that time, how much time did this take me? It probably took me about 4 hours, but I don't just sit the whole time and do it. I move around and do other things. So consider that when you're doing your price. Me, personally, I would feel more comfortable if I charged at least $75 to $80. That's including the sweatshirt. That's just what I would feel more comfortable with, because you have to consider your glue, your rhinestones, you have to consider your time, you have to consider the size of the letters. Maybe if I didn't use as thick of a letter or use smaller letters. So that's all something you can consider. I could have used a skinnier font. That would have cut the time down, the materials down. So that's just something to think about. But I liked the size and thickness of the letters that I used because of how big the hoodie was. And it wasn't big, it's a size small. But you know, hoodies aren't like super tight and fitted, you know? So I think everything came out really good. I purposely wanted the numbers 2025 to be a bigger font than the class of, because I just really wanted that to stand out. So just consider all those different things when you're making your price. So basically, $60 minus 13, what is that? Okay, so I did the math. $60 minus 13. So remember, I paid for the hoodie. Because she sent me the Amazon link. So what's left over, what I got paid for doing this, was $47. And that is no one's fault but my own. I told you it took me about at least 4 hours to do this. So that's basically like $10 an hour. Which is not worth it at all. But you know, she's a homegirl of mine, and I just in the future will have to charge a little bit more. Now, a lot of times people don't want to charge what they're really worth because they're like, oh, I really need the money. The person may say no. You have to get to a point where if someone says no, that you just okay with that. You just okay with it, you know? But this came out super cute. Like I said, I would definitely have to charge at least $75 to $85 next time. Or make a skinnier font, or make the words a little smaller. But you know, when it's a hoodie, you don't want it to be too little. Well, you know, it just depends on the vibe. It depends on the vibe. Just because it's a hoodie or a shirt doesn't mean the words have to be humongous. You know what I'm saying? So consider that. So I made $47 for my time of doing this. Again, that's just not worth it. Again, in the future, I cannot. Oh my goodness, wait till I show you these shoes I did. I'll have to edit that video. I bling these shoes out from top to bottom, and I don't usually do that. I did a pair of Jordan 1s. I priced it way off, y'all. Them shoes took me so long. They're so sparkly. They're so gorgeous. I had to order more rhinestones. I had to go buy more glue. It was a project, honey. And I way undercharged myself. Anyway, this came out so cute. It's almost finished. I'll show you a couple different angles of it. And this is a really cute DIY gift. Something you can make for yourself. It's just really cute. I love how the blue and the silver just look so pretty together. Okay, so I'll talk more about pricing a little later in this video, but I just wanted to also add that regardless of what your price is, whether someone wants to pay it or not, that's up to them. Know your worth, but also make sure your work is legit, honey. Don't make something and stuff is falling off or stones are missing, stuff is lifting. Run your test. Make yourself a hoodie. Research the glue. Don't just try some glue for the first time and be like, oh, I heard this was good. No, run test on it. Wash it and dry it yourself. Make sure that you've been using this glue for a nice amount of time and it's not going to let you down, because that's not good for somebody to spend their hard-earned money on something and it's just not good quality. Make sure the quality is there. Make sure the integrity is there. Make sure everything is nice and sturdy. Make sure you're using good quality rhinestones. Just make sure everything is everything. Okay guys, here is the final finished result of this hoodie for a senior in high school. And it has the silver rhinestones on the edge, which are a little bit smaller than the blue, and I really like that. I think it looks really nice with the silver being a little bit smaller in size than the blue. And this is the front of the hoodie, and of course, I also did class of 2025 on the back. And that is just so pretty. And this is just a great idea to do just about anything. Like if you have a cutter, a Cricut, whether it's a Cricut or a silhouette cameo, you can cut out whatever you want it to say, you know? You can have it say whatever you want. Bride, mother of the bride, Mrs., whatever your new last name is, if you're getting married. Customize your own hoodies. They can get really expensive. It's very time consuming. So if you are going to have someone order this from you, get those numbers right. Because when you underpay yourself, it's not a good feeling. And it kind of makes you not want to do it anymore, you know? But it really depends on the person, maybe where you're from. But if you just really, really need the money and you're okay with paying yourself $10 an hour to do all that blinging, sometimes your hand could be hurting, sniffing all that toxic glue, charge what you feel like is fair for you. If you charge something and you feel really good about it and you're able to replace and buy more glue, replace your stones, you know, or maybe pay something else or buy yourself something nice from it. I don't know. Maybe treat yourself to a meal, something from it. If you can get something from it, but if it's just not worth your time, you're going to have to bump your prices up. And don't be afraid to do that. Maybe not too extreme. Gradually do it if you have to. Make sure that your customers are customers that can appreciate your work and good quality. Also, you can kind of price it looking at things on Etsy. Sometimes the stuff on Etsy, depends on what it is, can be a little too cheap, and sometimes it be on the high side. So it really still depends on what works best for you. But definitely at least $75 if I had to do this again. And that's not including the cost of the hoodie. At least $75 for this. I would think it's fair. At least. But thanks you guys for watching this video. I hope that you did enjoy it or got some cool ideas from it, maybe some cool techniques. Give this video a thumbs up, share it on Facebook, or send it to someone who may be interested. And thanks you guys for watching this channel. Bye-bye. Hey guys, check out my website, myroyalradiance.com. And there's always a coupon code available with a special discount. Royal Beauty 10 off. Use it today. We have some updated styles of luxury inspired faux leather fabric, and when you buy 3 sheets of fabric, you'll get the 4th one free of charge. We also have these beautiful iron-on patches available and these beautiful planner charms that are so versatile. You can use these to decorate your cell phone cases, compact mirrors, or you can turn these into brooches or croc charms. More beautiful sparkly gold iron-on patches for your Crocs or denim jackets, and the latest item we have are the brooches for the slouch socks. We also have luxury inspired Crocs charms. Iron-on transfers are also available. Check out our website, see our tactical defense, where we do have in-waistband gun holsters, belly bands, magnetic holsters, and a lot more.